Welcome to the Echo Tips Podcast. In this week's episode, we're going to be taking a deep dive into privacy. We're going to learn about how our data is used, how it is protected, and voice commands we can give to our Echoes to clear history and other things connected with privacy. But before we get into that in any sort of detail, we're going to go to a brief message about our podcast, and then I'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and also made possible in part by a grant from the Virginia Board for the Blind and Vision Impaired. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving Central, Southwest, and Southside Virginia. Goodwill's mission is to empower individuals, strengthen families, and inspire communities. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Okay, so welcome back to the podcast. As I mentioned, this weekend, This week, we're going to be talking about privacy, and in particular your Echo and some of the controls and how it works and things connected like that. So if you weren't aware, it does keep kind of a running catalog of history connected with your voice commands and things like that in queries. Now, I'm going to delve right into this because we got a bazillion different things we're going to demonstrate here. So if you have an Echo in hearing distance of me, please press the microphone button and shut her ears off, and that way I'm not tripping up your Echo at home. Okay, so first off, that very question could be answered by the lady herself. Alexa, how do I know audio is sent to the cloud?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Amazon.co.uk, by default, Alexa-enabled devices only stream audio to the cloud if the wake word is detected, or Alexa is activated by pressing a button.
Okay. All right, so that gives you a real succinct answer there. Also, now, even though I just told you about the microphones, Alexa, how do I turn off the microphones?
There's a microphone off button on Echo Smart Speakers, which electronically disconnects the microphones. When pushed, a red light appears, and your device won't process any sound.
Okay, sweet, exactly. So now you get an idea, okay, some basic mechanics of the thing. Now, by the way, at any point, if I want to check my history, I can say my most recent request, or if maybe even here, just say something weird. Alexa, tell me what you heard.
I heard. How do I turn off the microphones?
Okay, see, so she repeats back to me the very question which I just asked. Now, if you had questions about data and how your data is used, she can even expound on that too. Now, this is mostly informational, but it might be helpful for some family members. If you're installing their Echo, you could just ask the Echo this and kind of give them a tip as to how things work. For example, Alexa, how do you use my data?
Your data allows me to respond to you and helps me learn from our interactions so that I can better help you.
Yeah.
For example, the more variation in spoken language I learn from, the better I'll be at understanding what you mean. You can find settings for how your data is used by visiting Amazon.com/Alexa Privacy Settings or the Privacy section of the Alexa app.
Okay, good tips there. Also, how about this? Alexa, how do you keep my data safe?
Your privacy is important to me, and I protect your data with a range of advanced privacy technologies. For example, voice requests are always encrypted in transit and stored in Amazon's secure cloud.
Booyah.
You can learn more by visiting Amazon.com/Alexa Privacy.
Okay, so there you go. Some basic tidbits and informational points about how privacy is managed and how you can control it at a hardware level and the like. Okay, now what if I want to clear out that history? Like I said, I could say to her, well, why did you do that? Or what What did you hear? And she'll repeat back what was most recently given. But you can clear that history, of course, in the app as she suggested, but also verbally. You could say, Alexa, delete what I just said. Alexa, delete what I just said.
Okay, I'll delete any recordings from the last 10 minutes.
All right, now if you wanted to step it up a notch, you could say, hey lady, delete what I said today. And if you wanted to go thermonuclear, you could say, hey lady, delete everything I've ever said. Which I would kind of refrain from that personally, because I'd like her to learn from past commands and different things, and I don't want to lose all that training I've given my Echo over the many months and years that I've owned an Echo. So anyway, that gives you a brief idea of how data is managed, privacy controls, namely how to delete and clear things, the microphone, when she's listening, which is very clear. Once you say the wake word, then she's sending data up to the cloud to get feedback, and how it's encrypted and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some tidbits about privacy connected with the Amazon Echo. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program, and we thank you for listening. It's time to turn those ears on your Echo, start practicing some of the many things that you've learned. If you wanted to learn more about me, you can look us up at goodwillvalleys.com/newvision, all lowercase and no spaces, and feel free to if you enjoyed this podcast, share it out to a friend, give us a thumbs up, give us a 5-star review on your podcast player of choice, or even if you like ideas or topics you'd like to see us tackle in the future, reach out to us on Facebook or Twitter at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys. All right, till next time, it's time to start practicing some of the many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program, and we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. Let me tell you a bit more. Let me put on my official sounding voice. Ahem. Ahem. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and also made possible in part by a grant from the Virginia Board for the Blind and Vision Impaired. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a non-profit organization serving Central, Southwest, and Southside Virginia. Goodwill's mission is to empower individuals, strengthen families, and inspire communities. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Phew! Thanks for listening.